Hello, people. This is Jen. I hope everybody's good. Probably very tired, but I hope everybody's good. I'm a psychic medium, energy healer, twin flame, and empath, and I'm here with another channel message for the current energies. Many things are happening. I know I always say that, but it's true. Many things are happening. We are almost in December, and Mercury retrograde is almost here. Some of you are already feeling those energies. Some of you are already in those energies and have been for a little while now. What that means is that we are in a phase of going inward, doing nothing, recharging to let go of the last layer of duality, sadness, thought patterns, loneliness, emptiness, feeling of a void, avoiding stuff, stubbornness, and ego. That goes for the twin flames as well, but it's also a general energy on the planet right now. It's the last month of the year. All of this needs to go out. All of this needs to be out the door, the window for the new year to come in a month, actually. We're the 28th today, yeah, so in a month. It's coming up. Mercury retrograde is a time to do nothing and just let your body, your heart, your mind, and your soul to let them recharge, let them receive new energies, let them get rid of these old energies, old stuff that no longer serves you. The planet is going up in vibration and consciousness. That's what light workers are all about. That's what light workers and twin flames are here to do, is to help the planet go higher in vibrations and consciousness. And in order to do so, we need to get rid of some stuff. So right now, we are going through a lot of different energies. Duality is the biggest theme here because it feels like a state of total opposite reaction at the same time. And that's normal. That's because when we are working to receive new energies, we are always feeling the last ones or the ones that we are trying to let go of. There's always this point where we feel the two of them at the same time, and they're usually opposite energies, like feeling angry and feeling joyful, feeling sad and feeling happy. When you reach that point, you're almost halfway through this layer, more or less halfway through. The next phase is letting go of the old one and integrating the new one in your physicality, in your everyday life. And this is what's going on right now. A Mercury retrograde also comes with breaks in communication, trouble with communicating either by words, by email, by phone, excuse me, electronic devices flipping out. It's a time of very intense and high energy, cosmic energies. So everything is affected. You might feel it physically as well. You might see your electronics just flipping out, just doing weird stuff. Your phone freezing, your computer not responding the way it's supposed to be responding. The planet and every human on it is replacing old thought patterns of ego self, letting go the last layers of ego. There is no more time for this. At the same time last year, Archangel Michael, he was referring to the twin flames, but whatever affects the twin flames will affect the planet, in a way. At the same time last year, he was saying, we are running out of time. In the month of October, November, December, around that phase there, he was saying, we are running out of time. if you can go back and look at readings or energy forecast from that time, from a year ago, you will see this. A lot of readers were talking about this. We are running out of time. I clearly remember how it felt last year at this time. And now, 1 year later, Archangel Michael is saying there is no more time. So that feeling of being antsy, being impatient, being inside of you being, what the fuck is going on? How come nothing is working right? Why am I feeling this way? This is what's going on right now. There is no more time for this. There is no more time to carry old thought patterns, old habits, old behaviors that are old behaviors of hurting each other, of hurting people. And some of you or people, some people are feeling this stronger than others. If you're an empath, you know what I'm talking about. You've been feeling it or you're about to feel it. I know that for my part, last week and the week before, it was very intense. Last week, I broke down crying in front of someone just saying, I don't understand why we hurt each other. Why do we hurt each other instead of trying to help each other out? You know? Because I'm a light worker, and in my mind and in my heart, we should all try to help each other instead of hurting each other. It hurts me when I see someone asleep. I don't want to say it this way because I don't want to sound mean, but it hurts me when I'm seeing someone too much in their ego that they refuse to see the other person's point of view. That hurts me. To me, the point of being human is an exchange. Everything is an exchange, right? So in a situation where two people do not see eye to eye or do not understand the other's perspective or point of view, in my mind, the thing to do is to try, to at least try. And if you still don't understand, just stand in compassion. Just agree to disagree. Just agree to respect the other person's point of view and not make them try, not try to make them change their point of view. Because to me, there's three kinds of truth: yours, mine, and the real one, the divine one. So, I mean, I think it's normal that people disagree. I don't think it's normal, though, that we hurt each other over this, over a disagreement, over a difference in perspectives, in point of views, over a difference of truth. No, it should be able to coexist. Anyhow, the new Earth, I'm sure a lot of you have heard about the new Earth from Eckhart Tolle. Sorry if I'm not saying it right. This is what the new Earth is all about, is compassion for everyone's differences. It's the agree to disagree. I still respect you and I love you no matter what. So yeah, the energies on the planet right now are aiming towards or are in sadness. A lot of sadness is being purged out, and this purge needs to happen. Ego, self-defense. Ego being used as self-defense, as, whoa, what are you doing? What are you trying to do to me? No, you're not right. I am right. You know, that kind of self-defense. Refusal to see, basically. Thought patterns. Thought patterns being old behaviors and old habits, old paradigms, old ways of seeing things, old ways of old programs, basically. This is how things need to be when there is no need to be this way. Nobody need to be anyway, aside from being yourself, aside from being you, the total authentic you. There's also a lot of energies and feelings of loneliness and emptiness and feeling a void inside. And some people are still having a very hard time understanding that that void can only be filled by love. Your love, your own love for you. I love myself. I deserve this. I deserve whatever it is that you want. Everybody deserves. We're all enough. We were born enough. We were not born in lack. We were born enough, able to manifest whatever we want to manifest. And this is what the retrograde is all about, is to cleanse out whatever is in the way of your manifestation skills or powers. It is also a time to shift timelines. 1 month before the end of the year is a time to shift timelines. And how to know if you're shifting a timeline is basically you feel upside down. You feel like everything is in reverse. Everything has changed for some reason, but you cannot really pinpoint it, or you have a hard time expressing it or describing it. To me, it feels, at times, it can feel like time stops, just totally stops. And I know I'm not the only one. I know a lot of people are feeling this. Whatever task you're doing, it feels like it's taking forever because you kind of like carry this heaviness. So that's a sign that you're shedding and you're purging. And this purging must absolutely happen and be completed. It can be the opposite too, the other way around. That time goes so fast that you don't realize. That's because there's a shift in consciousness happening. Therefore, your old physicality is being changed a little bit to integrate new things. And we are integrating new things. So during this retrograde, the best thing to do is just do nothing and take time to recharge. Do nothing, follow your guidance. If you are guided to do something, do it. Do not waste time. There is no more time for this. So just do it. Go ahead and do it. Speak your truth out loud. Speak your truth, mouth wide open. I don't know how to say it, but speak your truth. Light workers are needed at this time, and we need to help other people ascend higher. We need to help other people reach their state of balance. We need to help our twins as well. We need to just anchor and transmute this negativity. There is a lot of negativity at this time, and it needs to be transmuted. As far as the divine masculine goes, they are also shifting timelines. So you're picking that up also from your twin. They are also feeling that loneliness, that feeling of being lost, that emptiness and that void. Some of them are able to fill it with their own love. Others are not there yet, and others are reaching a circle of completion. The circle of completion, you can, if you've been on this twin flame journey for a while, you will realize that things are exactly the opposite of what they were at the beginning of your journey. If you can't remember, try to remember how it was when you first met your twin, or when you first realized that you were on this path. Reaching a circle of completion, that's what it feels like. You look at your past and you're like, oh wow, the roles are in reverse, or the situation has completely changed sides. That's what it feels like right now. The divine masculine is also going through another layer of inner child healing in past lives, and that goes with hardcore healing. They're healing core issues right now. It's core healing issues. Letting go of stuff that they have resisted for so long. There is no more time for this, so they need to let it go, and it's pretty hard to do. So if you find yourself that you're crying for no reason, you're crying like this deep, intense kind of crying, and you don't know where it's coming from, it's your twin. It's your twin. You're picking that up from your twin. You're helping him or her release that. This connection, this twin flame connection, being a very intense one, a very energetic, intense connection, that made no sense, but you know what I mean. It all starts on the energetic levels, but it works its way down to the physical, and at one point things need to happen physically. So at this time, if some energies are stagnant and not moving, anyway will be taken to make them move. So that's why it's so important for you to follow your guidance. If you are guided to do something, go ahead and do it. Don't hesitate. Go ahead and do it. The way to know that you're being guided to do something is that it comes to you as a thought, as an epiphany, as a feeling, as this deep inner knowing that that's what you need to do. It doesn't have to have a logical reason. Most of the time, divine guidance doesn't have a logical reason because there's no logic in the spiritual realms. There's only feelings. There's only love. Love is not logic when you think about it. So, and another way to know that it's real divine guidance is that when you think about it, you think about doing it, and you notice how you feel. Feeling lighter is a sign that it's real guidance. If you feel heavy when you think about it, or when you try to see how you're going to feel after doing it, if you feel heavy, this is not real guidance. Real guidance lifts something off, takes away some heaviness, takes away or makes you feel just lighter because it allows you to ascend higher. So if you do find that you have some stagnant energy in your twin flame connection, perhaps it is very possible that you are being guided to do stuff and to do things that you never thought you would be doing, but it is for the highest good of the twin pair, and it is to make things move forward. So if you don't do it, you're hurting yourself in the process. Really important to speak our truth and to follow our divine guidance at this time. Yes, so the divine masculine is healing inner child, and some of them are going through this for the last layer, because healing happens in layer. I've said that a lot, and I think it's important to just refresh our memories with this. Healing happens in layers. It cannot be done all at once. A lot of the masculine, divine masculine, and again, I'm referring to the energy here. The divine masculine could be a female, someone in the female body. We all have the feminine and masculine energy within ourselves. So you may resonate with this even though you're a female. The divine masculine is totally lost. Some of them are, anyway. And they are asking themselves, where am I? Where am I going? Who am I? That void, that emptiness, they just don't know. That's because they've been shedding a lot. Their lives has changed. Some of them are right in these changes, feeling like everything is crumbling down, everything is being taken apart, everything is falling apart. And that's divine intervention. And there is no more time for this. So things need to happen. So you may be picking that up from your twin as well. For example, if your twin is still in a karmic relationship, there might be a lot of fighting at this time because they're not supposed to be together. They're not. They're supposed to walk their twin flame path. So they may be put in a situation where there's fighting or there's other stuff going on in their relationship. If your twin is resisting and holding on to anger, for example, they're going to be put in situations where they're going to have to face that anger and let it go once and for all. This is crunch time. This is the last month of the year, and it needs to happen. They're also starting to see their real self. Some of them have reached a higher level of healing, and they're starting to see themselves very differently. They're the new them, and that's also in relation to the Mercury retrograde, because this retrograde is also about being reborn, being renewed, being, new life, new you, new self. So it goes for both divine masculine, divine feminine. And it goes for the planet as well. This time of not doing anything and recharging is for the new you to come. This state of duality of feeling two exact emotions at once is is to allow yourself to be reborn, renewed, and to just move forward and keep ascending higher. Back to the divine masculine, they're starting to see their own real self, their authentic self. They're also starting to wake up to their mistakes, their faults, their responsibilities, meaning that they're looking back at the past, or they're being faced with looking back and taking responsibility for what they have done, or seeing their mistakes, their past mistakes, very differently, under a different light, if I can say it this way. They're looking at the past saying, oh my God, how come I did this? Who was I to do something like this? I've changed so much. So even though it doesn't feel like that in the physical, this is what's going on behind the veil. This is what's really going on. If you're not in contact with your twin and in communication with your twin, there's no way for you to know, aside if you get a reading. But this is what's going on for a lot of them. They're just looking at the past saying, oh my God, I did this? What was I thinking to do something like this? Either a mistake, or being with someone, being with their karmic partners, for example. How was I able to be with that person? If you've been in a karmic relationship, I know I have, and it took me a long time to heal from this relationship. It took me like 3 years to heal my heart completely. And about halfway through, I was like, oh my God, why was I even with this person? How come I've ever fell in love with this person? And it's a weird feeling to have. It makes you feel lost a little bit until you reach, you regain your footing and you reach your balance and you can move forward. A lot of them are also having trouble sleeping because a lot of things are happening in the dream planes and at night. At night, our brain are rearranging themselves. Our subconscious is really trying to get rid of a lot of things. So that happens at night. So a lot of people, not only the divine masculine, but a lot of people are having trouble sleeping lately. Also, lack of appetite is pretty big. There's so many emotions going on right now that feeling full when in fact you should be hungry, lack of appetite, wanting certain foods, comfort food. And also body pains, that's really big. Still, the heart chakra is still trying to heal, so a lot of pain in the higher heart, neck, upper back, between the shoulder blades. That is big at the moment. Hip pain is big as well, because we are trying to align the sacral chakra and the heart chakra together. Sacral chakra being pleasures, any kind of pleasures, eating, sleeping, sharing, sexual pleasure, just life, enjoying life. And we are trying to align that, and that's straight in line and related to releasing wrongful thought patterns. You cannot align these two chakras if you still carry wrongful thought patterns. It's just impossible. It's a clash of energy and vibrations, and they don't go together. They cannot live in your energy field together. So we are trying to align that. So hip pain is very possible at this time. Ankle pain as well is very, very, very possible. And you may feel that it's deeply rooted. That goes with the inner child healing that the divine masculine is doing. That's hardcore healing that they're doing. I know I said that, but it is. I mean, it's stuff that they put away for such a long time. And now it's coming back to the surface, and they're like, oh my God, I had forgotten about this, or I knew it was there, but I've always refused to go take a look at it. And it's hard. It's hard to look at yourself and to be honest and to just admit that that's who you are right now and to just let it go. It's a hard thing to do, especially if you've been programmed for years to not show your emotions, not act on your emotions, to just keep a brave face and put your mask on. Now it's impossible to put your mask on. It will not hold. It won't hold in your face if you put a mask on. There are too many light workers out there and empaths that are unable to stand in front of someone that is not authentic. I know for myself, I cannot look someone in the eye if they're not authentic. I can't. I just can't. It's painful to do, painful to watch, too hard for me to do, and I refuse to do it. And this may sound like it's my ego, but it's not. Like, I will not be mean to the person. It's just I cannot make eye contact because those vibrations are opposites. Mine and theirs are opposites, and they just cannot. They just repulse each other. So I can't. I just can't. I think that is it for this video. Yes, it is. So, well, just a little something before it's over. December is coming up, so basically it's time to hang on. I'm being shown that we're going to go through very high highs and very low lows. So the roller coaster again. And we just need to hang on until the end of the year. So it's time to watch TV and a lot of boring Christmas movies, those afternoon movies, and just stand still and shine very bright and spread the love, share the love. In the meantime, if you would like to book a reading with me, you can do so on my Facebook page at Indigo Girls Readings or using my email, indigogirl555@gmail.com. Thank you so much for being here and listening. Please be well, take care of yourselves, and until the next time, bye.